Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today I just want to do a quick video going over people's just rough thoughts of the banner. I guess I'll go over my thoughts and I'll actually look at it just so I can actually remember exactly what the banner is all about so I don't mess anything up. But overall, I think the banner is cool. All three of the characters are good for what they want to do. I will say, I don't know if Giselle is going to perform better than Basby. Maybe this certain GQ she will, because Giselle will have affiliate or attribute advantage. So I'm assuming that Giselle would have an upper edge. Askin is going to be a good farmer, good technique farmer, especially if you don't have Halle Bell, exceptional farmer then, because he's a technique farmer. And then Askin, or Asnot, will be a really good range NAD character for the range Captain GQ. Simply because we just don't really have any besides Nelly Yell, if I'm not mistaken, and she's kind of I'd rather prefer more consistent overall damage than only getting damage off of her gauge, and even then, I don't even think she has that much damage before her gauge, so it takes her forever to get it, if I'm not mistaken. And then the filler, by the way, the filler I think is pretty darn good. It's just that for me personally, only summoning for one character, Giselle, because I don't have Basby, it's kind of like because I don't need a side in guild quest. Candace clears fine just on her own, and then Asnot, got it backwards. Askin is the farmer. Askin being the farmer, I don't really care. I don't need a farmer. Haven't for a little while now. But the filler for me is pretty good. You know, I could go for a Wetsu, Tendro. All three of the Bambi girls are really good. Meninas is still a good character in Brave Battles. And then Toshiro's an excellent side for melee. Captain GQ. And then these two are just kind of whatever. They're kind of whatever. So overall, I think the banner is good. I think it's good. I will say, I think the reason a lot of people aren't as hyped as in this banner versus last year is, I'm just guessing here, is most of the main leads for the GQs are kind of filled up. Like, we don't really need Giselle being a melee Soul Reaper. We already have like 3 or 4 different options. We have True Shikai, Unohana, and Basby, and now Giselle. Obviously, some are better than others, but they're still usable. They should still get you a pretty decent score, especially if you have dupes on the characters. So Giselle's not really needed. And then Asnot, he's a side in GQ. We already have a meta Asnot, the speed one, so I'm perfectly fine with this one being just a range NAD unit. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just, they're just not that interesting. I don't think that a lot of people really care for it. And then, obviously, Askin is a farmer, so who cares? But like, I like the aesthetic. I think the aesthetic's really cool. The format, I think, is very solid. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let's go into what people are saying. So obviously I did ask what people thought. Also, I'm gonna move myself over here and then zoom in a little bit, and there we go. Okay, never mind, I'm gonna back out because I forgot I had to change that. There we go. So I just asked what people thought of. Most people are preferring the Magic Society, which is, I was very shocked. I thought I was gonna see a lot of hate for the Magic Society compared to the Future Society banner, but honestly I think the picks overall are really good. It's 3 incredibly popular Storm Raiders. Last year's I really only cared for Orihime as the character, but the actual kit I only wanted Ulk because range Quincy was abysmal at the time. I did not have the Toshiro, so Ulquiorra was a must. I went to pity for bro. Unfortunate, but yeah, comment your thoughts on this banner down below as well, by the way, if you didn't see this. We have Kit's Kata. I feel like the banner in general this year is always going to have an advantage by having 1000 bow or filler and them just loading it with popular characters. I mean, yeah. They probably could have filled with better filler last year. I don't remember what the filler was, but I just think the designs take the cake, realistically. For me, at least. But J-Del, I feel like Magic Society has more room for variations in design, while Future Society attack effects looked similar. Hard choice, but in my opinion, Future Society is more original and unique. Considers Magic Society is very similar to other seasonal things we've gotten before. Oh, okay, I read that as double. I thought they had it backwards, but no, they say Magic Society has more variations, but Future Society looks cooler with their attacks. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. I think it was just coming off Cyberpunk Edge Runners. There was a TV show, the anime, and then the actual game, like Cyberpunk, and I was just kind of burnt out on Cyberpunk, so it was kind of like a whatever for me. They were all right, but it wasn't like super flashy to me personally. I don't know, I prefer the Magic one, but obviously it's super similar to Spirit Society, which in my opinion is the coolest seasonal banners we've gotten in BBS, so maybe that's why I prefer it. Starlight, it's really cool, and also I need Giselle because they don't have Bazby, so wish me luck. Best of luck, hope for you, Polo, Giselle. American Waffles, I mean, it's great, but my one question is if this is the vote banner, the poll banner we voted for. I feel like it is. They don't specify anywhere, so it might not be. It's very weird that they didn't specify it. They said that they were already working on the banner, so unless it comes out like in August, because I don't think it's going to be anniversary or anything, and it's not going to be a swimsuit banner. I don't believe we were able to vote for swimsuit characters. I'm pretty sure this is the actual vote banner. It's just weird that they didn't mention it, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. There's no actual proof realistically, but all of these characters were in the vote poll apparently, because apparently this is what Aaron basically voted for, Giselle, Asnot, and then someone else. I don't know if it was asking, but that's what he told me. I don't know. Great Golden Week banner though. Fillers are good as well. Surprised we got Tendro and Uetsu as fillers before Shinji and Kensei. That's another thing. Very weird that they haven't been added, because I figured that they would just be considered anniversary characters. So obviously I was going with the idea that it'd be 1 year before the return, similar like how Uetsu and Tendro realistically should have, but they got released like 8 months after they dropped. So it's very weird. It's very weird considering Uetsu and Tendro is much more sought after than Shinji and Kensei, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry I cannot read all this, but let's just read the first thing. I really vibe with the designs. I think they look really cool. Definitely better than Future Society, even though that's your favorite seasonal design. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sorry I'm not going to read it all, but it's a huge comment. But big heart for that. We have Kamek. I like the magical steampunk vibe more. I assume he means the magic banner, but unfortunately Google Translate is terrible, so I probably scuffed it. Aries prefers the Magic Society. I agree. Oh, the filler. The filler. Only likes the filler. We have Saifu. I like Magic Society more because it's a new, fresh design and original concept by Caleb. But I wish there were... I'd wish they're like really need the treatment better than Giselle, like Yoruichi, Halibel, and etc. Only because they haven't gotten a unit for a couple of years. Only for me though. Yeah, I'm very surprised it was 3 Storm Raiders. Like, I know they're very popular, but compared to like Yoruichi, Rukia, Aizen, Ichigo, I figured those would have been the 4 characters that probably would have been gotten voted the most. But I don't know, they haven't released it, or who knows? Maybe this isn't even the vote banner. I'm not too sure. Anyway, banner fillers are super nice, but I have most of the characters besides the main character banners, obviously, but I'm still skipping them nonetheless because I want to wait for Swimsuit, Dongai, and Annie. Bro just knows there's Dongai. He just knows it's coming somehow. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking June mid-month is probably going to be another remake banner, but we will have to see. Brandon likes both of them. I think they're cool. One has a slight edge over the other, in my opinion, but you know. John Barrow, both have amazing designs visually. Obviously, moves, machine system, Magic Society. I read that as Move Source. Magic Society would have better due to it being the newer banner, but I prefer Future Society because it's a new concept. As Magic Society looks like Cacao Society, in my opinion. That's fair. That is fair. The banner is good. Giselle looks cracked. Asnot is sad that he's a NAD unit, but we still have a very amazing NAD unit with buff and debuff. And we have the speed one from a couple months ago who's still insanely cracked. Aston is the biggest disappointment. Even though he looks amazing, he should have been a no affiliation or human range SP lead, as being a farmer character in 2025 is dead because of the achievement system. I assume they didn't want to give out too much value, but yeah, I agree. I think farming units should just be mid-months at this point because Toshiro is good enough. The power one, it's good enough. You can just auto single player and you're more than fine. Unless they drop super hard content, but they're not going to. So, and for farming, obviously. But yeah, unfortunately, farmers just kind of suck. I will say, though, at least it is an SP character, and he's at least usable. So if you want to use them in farming co-op content, you want to use them in epic raids or anything like that, you can still use Askin. You can still use them. So at least that's cool. He's not a NAD unit. First SP unit in the game. It's a farmer, but hopefully his core 3 or core 4, whatever design they want to go for there, is a very meta SP unit. That is my guess, or hope. Fillers are absolutely amazing, and Tendro and Owetsu being there makes it a must-own for me since I don't have them. Best of luck. Hopefully you get them. Giselle is fine by asking a potion farmer, like, why? Better than a NAD unit. The past two have been NAD units, so I'm not even complaining that he's an SP farmer, because it's better than the alternative that he could have been. Imagine if he was Asnod. Oh, that would have been terrible. Wing Zero Future Society has two of my favorite characters, Ulquiorra and Orihime, as well as a new look for the game overall. The Magic Society looks too much like Spirit Society, but less cool for me, and I don't care much about the characters. Don't like Giselle as a character in general. Much less when she's again the main in her GQ and Limit Breaker. I already had a lot of bad luck with the previous one. Only got it in the free ticket last month. I'd much rather see Asnod as the main, but Caleb hates this guy. Did he not see? Maybe he just saw that Asnod had GQ skills and immediately wrote him off. But Asnod can like one-shot epic raid bosses because of his insane soul bomb and his debuff. He's insane in Guild Quest. I think he can get high 55 or up in Guild Quest. Don't quote me. This is I just know he's very, very good. And he was very good in Limit Breaker Quest. Like, yes, he has GQ skills, but he's a phenomenal character. I think me, Death, and I'm going to just say Aaron will probably put him like top 3 speed in the entire game. He is just that insane. But who knows? Maybe they didn't see that Asnod is in the game because maybe they weren't playing. I don't know. He is absolutely insane, though. Sleepy, I prefer this banner much more. Didn't even like the Future Society. I thought it was cool. I'm not going to hate on it. I enjoyed it at the time. It was pretty cool. Maigen and Melee, give me the same characters, but make them Future Society. A Future Society Giselle would be incredible. I did see art. The very first week when the Future Society banner dropped, there was so much fan art of Quincy's or other characters getting the Future Society treatment, like fan art, and it looked really cool. So I mean, I wouldn't have even complained if they just did another Future Society banner. But I assume because this is the vote banner, I'm just guessing that that's why we got this, because people voted for it. Regret, I like the Magic Society theme they're going for, but I don't like a particular character. Fair enough. Halibay, actually need Giselle as that Tendro for Guild Quest. Okay. Genus, seasonal, cool seasonal type, but pretty meh character choices. And then yet again, there's a few at the bottom. Yo Fox, I'm not a fan of either society. Kind of wish they just returned to something like Spirit Society. I mean, this is literally Spirit Society. Like, you can't tell me it's not. It looks almost the exact same. Like, I think literally they just rebranded the name of it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're 1,000-year Blood War, and then they don't have. And to be fair, if it is basically the same. And I like that they made this a seasonal, because imagine they went ahead and put these absolutely godforsaken filler. Click the thing. Imagine if they put some of this incredibly disgusting old filler in the banner. So if we go down to like, it's ancient. It's all like 3+ years ago from the last Spirit Society banner. I don't even know where it is. But what is like the oldest one? But you guys get what I mean. Like, imagine Spirit Society in the filler. It would be terrible. Nobody would summon because the filler is hot dog shit. Like, because you know that's what they would do. If it's a seasonal banner, like Christmas, for example, you're mainly going to get Christmas characters in there. Maybe you'll get something different as well, but for the bulk majority of that filler, it will be spirits, or it'll be Christmas characters. So if we get Spirit Society, we're getting old ass filler that they are absolute dog shit. Maybe they're a resurrected character that you could resurrect, sure. I'd rather get a new good character like a Owetsu or Tendro or something, to be honest. So I actually don't mind this. I actually don't mind this. I enjoy the filler, and I'm fine with it. And then we had KMS. Last year's felt more hype. I mean, they're cool, but I'm not that hyped. Man, even mid-month was more hype. To be fair, that's full hollow, and Saguna Tapi Ulquiorra. That banner was cooler than Future Society. That banner, I feel like, granted, the skills were a bit underwhelming at launch when we first saw it, but I still think it was cooler than both of these banners, realistically. Like, come on, it's full fucking Hollow Ichigo. That transformation is probably a lot of people's favorites. I was more hyped. I was excited as someone right after the live stream. 2 to 5 steps, saving the rest. I do wish banners got a stream and then immediately dropped. Like, as soon as we get the news, drop it a few hours later. I think that would be much cooler. But it is what it is. But yeah, that is pretty much all of the comments about it. I guess I could go over my video, but a lot of it is just kind of a lot of hate, and I'm not going to go over that realistically. Mainly because it's just people saying, boo, this banner sucks. Like, I think it was just first impressions. I think the banner is cool. I like the characters. How deep am I going? I'm probably only going to go 5 steps. I'm hearing June is insane. I'm hearing May is very mid. So I will save for June and anniversary. And that is my go-to plan. So yeah, that is going to be it for the video. Actually, let me just check one thing. I will say, boys, if you missed it on the stream, we ended up getting full Hollow Ichigo. We did 100 tickets and we pulled full Hollow, which is pretty cool. And I got 99 just recently in a few runs, and I kind of want to do another one. So let's see. Can we pull the Ulquiorra? That would be ludicrous. That will be okay. We got a 2 for at least. I spent so many tickets, man. I really shouldn't be doing this, but okay, bro. Nobody cares about you. Ah! Oh, that's Uryu, right? I don't know who this is. Isane! Ooh. Some buns, bro. That's like 2018. Okay, yeah. But that is going to be it. I just wanted to go over the banner. Let me know down below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care. And peace out.